In this video, I'm going to show you the best drawing tablet you can get at every price range. No matter your budget, I will help you find the best pick for your needs. Let's go. First, we are going to take a look at the best options in the under $100 range. First, we have the Wacom Intuos Small. This tablet is the definition of a reliable starter pick. The build quality feels incredibly solid and the pen is comfortable, offering that classic Wacom drawing experience that just works without any hassle. However, its small active area can feel a bit cramped for bigger arm movements, and with only 4,096 levels of pressure sensitivity and 4 shortcut keys, it feels a bit limited compared to the competition. For me, the rock-solid driver support is a huge plus, but I constantly found myself wishing for the larger drawing space and extra buttons that the other two tablets provide. Next, we have the Huion Inspiroy 2M. Right away, this tablet impressed me with its much larger drawing surface and 8,192 levels of pressure sensitivity, which is double the Wacom's, and made my lines feel more dynamic. The amount of customization here is fantastic. I mapped all my main tools to the 8 programmable keys and used the brilliant little scroll wheel for zooming in and out, which really helped my creative flow. The drawing surface has a distinct paper-like texture, which feels great, but might wear down nibs a little faster, and I did have to tinker with the drivers a bit more initially than with the Wacom to get it dialed in perfectly. Finally, we have the XP Pen Deco MW. The killer feature on this one is Bluetooth wireless, which I found to be a massive advantage for reducing desk clutter and feeling less tethered to my computer. The new X3 Smart Chip pen is incredibly responsive, picking up even the faintest of my lines with almost zero initial force, and the 8 shortcut keys provide plenty of options for my most used actions. While going wireless is a huge convenience, it does mean you have to be mindful of the battery life and charge it occasionally, and I personally found the pen to feel a bit lighter in the hand than both the Wacom and Huion models. Next, we are going to take a look at the best options in the $100 to $400 range. First, we have the Wacom one. Drawing on its 13.3-inch screen feels incredibly solid thanks to Wacom's famously stable drivers and a nice matte, paper-like texture. However, the pen only has 4,096 levels of pressure sensitivity and no tilt support, and the non-laminated screen creates a noticeable gap between your pen tip and the cursor, which can take some getting used to. While it's a dependable entry point into display tablets, the complete lack of shortcut keys and the bulky 3-in-1 cable makes it feel a bit dated compared to the others on this list for a similar price. Next, we have the Huion Kamvas 13. This tablet immediately feels like a direct upgrade, with its fully laminated screen that practically eliminates that frustrating gap, making my lines appear directly under the pen tip. This one boasts a more vibrant display with 120% sRGB color gamut, and its battery-free pen offers double the pressure levels at 8,192, plus 60 degrees of tilt support, which is completely missing from the Wacom. The 8 programmable shortcut keys on the side are a massive workflow improvement, and having the option to connect with just a single USB-C cable makes my desk setup so much cleaner. Finally, we have the XP Pen Artist 12, 2nd gen. The star of the show here is definitely the new X3 Smart Chip Pen, which feels unbelievably responsive and picks up the absolute lightest of strokes with almost zero initial force needed. Although the screen is a little bit smaller at 11.9 inches, it packs the best color reproduction of the 3 at a stunning 127% sRGB, and just like the Huion, it has a fully laminated display and 8 very useful shortcut keys. It essentially takes the best features of the Kamvas, like the shortcut keys and tilt function, but focuses everything on delivering what I feel is the most sensitive and accurate pen experience that you can get in this price range. Next, we are going to take a look at the best options in the $400 to $1,000 range. First, we have the Wacom Cintiq 16. The Wacom Cintiq 16 is a pure workhorse for artists, offering an amazing textured screen that feels like paper and a battery-free pen with 8,192 pressure levels that just feels perfect in the hand. The biggest drawback is that it's not a standalone tablet, so you are tethered to a computer and a power outlet, making it 0% portable, unlike the iPad or Galaxy Tab. While its full high-definition screen is not as sharp or vibrant as the competitors, the raw drawing focus and industry-standard pen make it a top choice if you only plan to draw at your desk. Next, we have the Apple iPad Pro. The Apple iPad Pro is an absolute powerhouse for drawing on the go, mainly because its incredibly smooth 120Hz ProMotion display and the super responsive Apple Pencil 2 makes sketching feel instantaneous and fluid. You do do have to get used to drawing on a slick glass surface, and it gets expensive quickly since the excellent Apple Pencil is a separate purchase that you absolutely need. Its biggest advantage over the Samsung or a computer-tethered Wacom is the sheer number of powerful and exclusive art apps like Procreate, giving you a professional studio that you can carry anywhere. Finally, we have the Samsung Galaxy Tab S9. The Samsung Galaxy Tab S9 is a fantastic value because the excellent S Pen comes right in the box, and its dynamic AMOLED screen with a 120Hz refresh rate makes your colors look unbelievably vibrant and your lines buttery smooth. The included S Pen feels great and is impressively capable, but some pros might still prefer the more customizable feel of Wacom's pen, though drawing on this screen is a huge upgrade from the Cintiq's display. While Android has great apps like Clip Studio Paint, the overall creative software library is not quite as deep or polished as what you find on the iPad, which could be the deciding factor for some artists. Next, we are going to take a look at the best options in the $1,000 to $2,000 range. First, we have the Wacom Cintiq 22. This thing is the industry workhorse for a reason. The Pro Pen 2 feels incredibly natural and responsive with its 8,192 levels of pressure sensitivity, giving me pinpoint control with virtually zero lag. However, you are looking at a 1080p full high definition display, and on a screen this large, I can definitely start to see the individual pixels, which is a sharp contrast to the Huion's 4K screen. So while it lacks the pixel density of its competitors and has no touch input, its rock-solid reliability and fantastic adjustable stand make it a super comfortable and dependable choice for long studio sessions. Next, we have the Huion Kamvas Pro 24 4K. The star of the show here is undeniably its massive 23.8-inch 4K ultra-high definition screen. The level of detail is just incredible, making my lines look razor sharp compared to the Cintiq 22, and the 140% sRGB color gamut means my artwork looks incredibly vibrant. Huion's pen technology has gotten seriously good and feels great in the hand, but for those of you coming from years of Wacom use, you might notice a very subtle difference in the pen's initial pressure activation. For the price, getting a 4K display of this size and quality is an amazing deal, though I did have to spend a little time tweaking the drivers to get it running perfectly on my setup. Finally, we have the Microsoft Surface Pro 9. This is a completely different beast because it is a full-on powerful computer that you can draw on anywhere, offering a freedom that the other two tethered displays just cannot match. I love the silky smooth 120Hz refresh rate on its sharp 13-inch screen, which makes inking feel very fluid, but that smaller size can feel quite cramped for large illustrations compared to the huge canvases on the Wacom and Huion. The Slim Pen 2 has to be purchased separately, but it offers a unique haptic feedback that gently vibrates to simulate drawing on paper, making this the ultimate choice if you value portability over the sheer screen real estate of a dedicated drawing monitor. Next, we're going to take a look at the best options in the over $2,000 range. First, we have the Wacom Cintiq Pro 27. This thing is an absolute beast with its massive 27-inch 4K screen that refreshes at 120 Hz, making every brush stroke feel incredibly smooth and responsive. The new Pro Pen 3 is a game changer because I can customize its weight, balance, and even the buttons to fit my hand perfectly, but you have to remember, this is just a display, so you need a very powerful computer to run it, and the stand costs extra. Compared to the others, this offers the most professional, zero-compromise drawing surface with virtually no parallax, though its sheer size and cost make it a permanent fixture in a dedicated studio space. Next, we have the Wacom Mobile Studio Pro 16. This is Wacom's answer for artists who need a powerful drawing tool on the go, since it is a full-fledged computer you can take anywhere without being tethered to a desk. Drawing on its 4K screen with the classic Pro Pen 2 feels just as good as you'd expect from Wacom, but I found its internal computer components are a bit dated for the price, and the battery life means you will be looking for an outlet sooner rather than later. Unlike the Cintiq Pro, you do not need a separate computer, but it struggles to compete with the all-in-one power of the Surface Studio, making it a niche choice for Wacom purists who absolutely need portability. Finally, we have the Microsoft Surface Studio 2 Plus. This is easily the most beautiful all-in-one device here, thanks to its incredible zero-gravity hinge that lets me effortlessly pull the huge 28-inch screen down into a perfect drawing angle. While the display is gorgeous and using it as a high-powered Windows computer is fantastic for an entire workflow, the Surface Pen experience, which is sold separately, just does not feel as precise as Wacom's and has slightly more noticeable lag. It is a stunning piece of hardware that tries to do everything, but for a pure drawing focus experience, the Cintiq Pro feels more responsive, leaving the Surface as a powerful but less specialized creative workstation. Thanks for watching. I hope this video was helpful to you. If you found this video to be helpful, leave a like and subscribe for more videos like this in the future.